sure. How about we talk about another ace, Dallas Keuchel of the Astros, even though he has not looked like an ace since coming off the DL, making his third start tonight, and he got roughed up by the Chicago White Sox. Keuchel gave up 8 runs in the first 4 innings, walked 3, struck out 2. His struggles continue. He gave up 3 runs in each of his first 2 starts since returning from a neck injury. So, Dylan, when you know that Lance McCullers is on the DL right now, do you think the Astros need to try to make a move and get a starter?
I do. I thought they needed to before I realized that Dallas Keuchel was not in early season form that saw him get out to 9-0 and sub-2 ERA. Really the front runner over the course of the first month, 2 months of the season before the neck injury. He was really the front runner for the American League Cy Young. And then all of a sudden Sale started storming back, and same thing with Kluber. But this doesn't look like the same guy. When we talk Dallas Keuchel, we're not talking the same level of stuff as Kluber and Sale. He depends a lot on guile. He depends on living low in the zone, really inducing ground balls. He's one of the best fielding pitchers in the game.
Doesn't get a lot of strikeouts.
So because of that, he needs to be really perfect. The degree of difficulty and his success rate is going to depend on keeping it low and keeping the ball on the infield. He's not been able to do that. If you see that highlight, you see a lot of hung breaking balls mid-level in the zone. Big league hitters are going to do damage on pitches like that. Mistake pitches, hitters' pitches, not pitchers' pitches. So when I look at that, especially with the fact that everyone after Keuchel, even with Keuchel, I have questions about McCullers and Fires and McHugh and Musgrove, all these guys that a lot of question marks, not a lot of experience. Because of that, I think they need to open up the checkbook and bring Justin Verlander over. I know there was a lot of talk. Will Jeff Luhnow be willing to open it up and bring Justin Verlander over? It's going to cost them some money, but I think you need to do that. If you really feel like you've got a chance at a World Series, which they definitely
absolutely have the talent.
With the offense,
hands down.
They've got, I think, the best offense in the entire American League. You need to juice the pitching staff a little bit and bring in that glorified 1B ace, and that's what Justin Verlander would be, especially when you consider his vast experience in the postseason.
Absolutely.
You're dealing with a guy in Keuchel that had a little bit of experience when he beat the Yankees in the Bronx in the wild card game a couple of years ago in his Cy Young year, but he doesn't have a lot of experience. Really, no one behind him have very much experience. So to bring in an old rusty vet with something to prove and change the scenery, clean the slate, and challenge him by bringing him over to a first-place team, I think that's just what the doctor ordered. And if I were the GM of the Astros, Jeff Luhnow, I would do this. I would make this move, and I don't think there's any chance of them not only winning a World Series, winning a pennant without making that move.
Yeah, certainly the Astros did make a move to bring in Francisco Liriano, but that's a small move, and they're bringing him out of the bullpen. If they want to have a shot to go deep in the postseason, they need Keuchel to be healthy, and they probably need another proven arm. That's